Hi guys, welcome back. Chief Kirk for Kravology. This week we're talking about how not to get shot. That's a broad statement, so here's what I really mean. We're doing a three-part series. Today we're talking about how we leverage our left hand when the gunman is right-handed or left-handed. That's going to solve multiple problems for you as a trainee. Whether you're someone that does concealed carry or whether you're an officer that carries a sidearm on your hip and you want to keep the gun side back, or whether you just have experienced the problems associated with doing mirror side defenses. What I mean is the gun is left-handed and you send your right hand, your dominant hand, to make the redirection. And when you do that, you feel as though that's gawky. When you step in the opposite stance, you feel gawky. And when you throw your left punch, you feel so gawky and so ineffective that you begin to question whether or not you can do this defense, right? I have a solution for you this week. The solution is leveraging your left hand in the defense and maintaining your right hand in reserve for a powerful counterattack. I think you're going to like this. All right, so today I brought in Simon. We call him the British Bulldog here at the school. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Again, we're talking about leveraging your left hand and making a redirection, a defense of handgun from the front. So why would this be important? In the context of today's video, what we're really focusing on is a gunman who is right-handed or left-handed with the capacity of the defender to defend with just the left hand. This is an issue for people for lots of reasons. One reason is concealed carry or law enforcement officers want to keep their gun side back, want to keep the hand back. Another issue is as we transition from a right-handed gunman to left-handed gunman, if we do a mirror side technique where I'm going and redirecting with my right hand, the issue becomes for the defender stepping in and punching with their weak or their non-dominant hand. So we can address both of those issues today by leveraging the left shoulder and the left hand. So this is what it looks like. Simon's first a right-handed gunman. He's got the gun on me, my hand comes up, and I want you to follow my hand as if it's on a line, like a telestrator. My hand comes up onto the gun, I redirect and activate the left shoulder. My punch comes up, I park the gun, I drive down, and I punch. When we say park down, what we mean is we lay the gun on the table, and we back the gun in as if it's backing into a parking space. I come up onto the gun, I redirect, I park, I drive, I punch. So for most of you, that's relatively familiar, or at least somewhat familiar based on what you've done in the past. But if he changes hands, I know I don't have to do this, right, and deal with a left-handed punch, which may feel very awkward to me. Instead, I can keep my gun side back, or I can just use my dominant punch by making the same path with my left hand, even though he's changed hands. My hand comes up, I redirect, I lay the gun, park the gun, the wall of my knuckles go to his forearm, and I punch. There's some subtle differences at the end, but the movement itself, 99% of it's all the same. Up, under, redirect, punch. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the point of this whole procedure is for you to be able to use your left hand, gun front, whether the gunman is right-handed or left-handed. There's powerful stuff happening here, but I need you to train it. Go figure out why it's powerful. Here's what you'll discover, and I want you to discover for yourself. 1, by moving in the same path, this hand reinforces the motor skill, and I still allow my power hand to be the hand that I'm striking with. Now, next week we'll talk about leveraging the right hand, and then we'll talk about when we cup and why. And in those 3 series, I think we'll cover the preponderance of the questions you'd have about handgun to the front and why we use left hand, right hand, or why we cut. What do you think?
Great.
Great?
Yeah.
Any comments?
No.
Okay. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to remember you can leverage your left hand whether the gunman is right-handed or left-handed. The best way to do that, and the best way to remember that, is to trace the path your hand makes and do the exact same thing on both sides. If you need an extra clue, when the left hand makes a redirection, the left hand ends up in front of your left hip, and you step with your left foot. Next week we'll talk about the right hand. And remember to subscribe, drop down, fill out the boxes, send us questions or comments. As always, walk in peace.